the ongoing situation in Myanmar, Burma, in the Rakhine district. What's happening there? How is this portrayed by the mainstream media? And what is this demonstration about?
Well, what is happening in Arakan or Rakhine State, northern Rakhine State, is now a full-fledged genocide, yeah? And it is not simply ethnic cleansing, where like people are just simply driven out of their homes over the last 2 weeks. Over 300,000 fled into the Bangladeshi border. That's just ahistorical. I'm from Burma. I am Buddhist. I am Burmese. I came from an extended military family, yeah? And my own great uncle, who passed away last year, was in charge of the Rohingya district and other districts as a military commander. And the Rohingyas were considered our own people. Yeah, they were peaceful. They had a rebellion like any other ethnic minority in the country, including the Burmese communists, armed rebellion against the Burmese central state. But that was normal in those days. And after they surrendered, and they were accorded peace and respect and treated equal before the law.
Give us some insight about the problem. How many fractions are there at present?
In the Rohingya situation in Western Burma, we've got quite a few different ethnic groups with claims on their own native lands and different histories, different from the central Burmese history. So it's a bit like Britain, a cluster of different kingdoms and different ethnic groups, different linguistic backgrounds. But in the specific case of the Rohingya in that area, Western Burma, you can only be understood it as a triangular politics. Yeah? Buddhist Rakhine, who outnumber the Rohingya Muslim, but 3-1. So the Rohingyas in that region are minority. In other words, they do not pose a threat to either the local Buddhists or national Buddhists. Yeah? And so we, the Burmese Buddhists, from the central plain, are the majority, the dominant group. We colonized that western part of Burma back in 1785, and the Rohingyas, Muslims, and other Muslim, Christians, and Buddhist Rakhines, they all lived in the same kingdom. Yeah? That kingdom was ransacked and colonized by the Burmese, and many fled the country into Bangladesh, then East Bengal. This was 1785, and then 25 years later, the British annexed that place, the new Burmese colony. And then in 1948, we regained independence from Britain, and the Burmese began to behave as if they were the new British. So what we are seeing is the majority Buddhists, the Burmese, controlled by the military, nationalist military, playing divide and rule. Pitting the Rohingyas.
So there are three parties. You have the Rohingyans who are the victims, and then you have the Buddhists, and then you have the
they were also victims of the Burmese colonization.
Right.
The Rakhine Buddhists, and then you've got the dominant Burmese Buddhists. They are the majority. So the Burmese Buddhists, backed by the military, or ruled by the military, are basically playing the Rohingya Muslims and Buddhist Rakhine.
There is an alliance of the Rakhine Buddhists and the military, this is what is resulting to
before the alliance, after the independence, the Rakhines wanted independence from Burma, and a small faction of Rohingya also wanted independence, but that small faction of the Rohingya group, named like Mujahideens, they surrendered. They surrender, and the Burmese military made a deal with the Rohingya population, so that they didn't have to fight two front wars against both Rakhines and the Rohingyas. Now the Burmese military, had a radical anti-Muslim turn since 1960, and then that radical turn, became essentially a genocide. So the military decided that the Rohingya people are a major national security concern, because they are the only Muslims.
So the plan is to completely drive everybody out. So the 1.5 million...
Half a million, 1 million already driven out in 39 years.